All right. Here we are. We're live, dude.
All right. Hey.
How's everybody doing? Everybody having fun out there? Feeling dwarfy?
I am doing great. Feeling rushed, but doing well.
Yeah. Just kind of sliding into home.
Yeah.
That's good.
Quite literally. Just running late, but
yeah,
it's good. I'm home. Everything's all right.
Hopefully we didn't create any stress on this for this event here.
Stress is my middle name.
Yeah, absolutely. Eric works best under stress, if you guys don't know. So I'm just gonna shout out a few people in the chat here. Looks like we've got the inevitable Curtis Ackerman. Congratulations on the milestone of collecting all the Infinity Stones. And David Williams, we got the David Williams in the house. And David Smith, he made it. We've got the Wholesome Warlock, who he wanted to wish everybody a happy Boom Enabled. Jordan, I don't know if you can tell, but like I've got this like purple light. Can you see this purple light here? That's for you, buddy. So we've got some cool stuff to talk about here tonight, but I don't want to take too much time. So maybe we just kind of get right into it. First things first. Eric, did you happen to get your package from Anthony Halseal?
I did yesterday.
Awesome. So
I didn't have a chance to tell anybody yet.
let's just tell him right now. Look at this. Yeah. So we got the really cool European Legions podcast heads. So John had reached out and just said, "Hey, you knuckleheads, would you like to try and paint some stuff up?" And we said, "Heck yeah, we would." So Anthony shipped us out some goodies, and it was a good coincidence because I had actually just had reached out to Anthony regarding some dwarf necks. You know, he makes these cool like dwarf necks here.
Pigs.
Yeah. So I got some of those from him, and he was just like, "I got to hold your order up here really quick just so I can get this stuff printed and sent out to you." So he made that happen, and everything looks great. So shout out to the Toy Forge. Everybody go check that out.
The EuroLegions guys announced those, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they talked about them on the episode.
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what an ass whooping that would be. We would totally.
Yeah. Well, when you started talking, I was like, "Oh, wait." And then, we're good.
Yeah. And this was something that I wasn't expecting. That's pretty cool. I've got the
nice
EuroLegions podcast pins, which are pretty neat.
It's a good size.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'd say almost 2 inches.
Wow.
Across. Pretty cool.
That's a big pin.
Yeah. I got something else in the mail today, which is pretty cool. Shared that on the Cabal. The challenge coin.
Oh, yes.
You have one of those, don't you?
I do.
I feel like I remember you getting one last year.
Yeah, I got it from the Cabal table at the con. I didn't know it existed until I saw it there, and I was just like, okay, gotta get one of those.
Curtis, friendly reminder. All you dozens and dozens of people here, don't forget to smash that light button. So Jordan was saying it's the first time he's seen the Cosmic Mal sculpt. So that was this guy. He's pretty rad.
That's the one that he said kind of looks like a Cosmic Killer Croc, right?
Yeah, he's really cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get after that stuff. What else do you got? You got anything else you want to talk about before we get into um, the dwarf talk?
Um, yeah, I do. Hold on just a second.
Holding.
I'll be right back.
Let's play some music. All right. We got. He's not with us right now, so he can't hear what we're saying. What do we want to talk about, guys? You guys want to know all the secrets? Eric really is an alien, and that's how he's so able to paint all the stuff as well as he does. He's just an alien, and he cheats. He's got alien paints that come from Mars, and his airbrush is made from pure uranium. So, just so you guys know. How you doing, Eric?
I'm good. So I
I
grabbed
just told
something the other
everybody
day.
all your secrets.
Oh, what did you
What'd you
tell
grab?
them?
I told him all your
I'm
painting secrets.
looking at the comments to see what you said, but I don't have a feeling that you weren't really talking about any of this stuff.
No, it's nothing. We were just having fun.
No, sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I was just gonna say we were talking about Toy Forge. David just got
Oh,
himself a
awesome.
Toy Forge package himself.
So I don't think I told you guys that I ordered this, but I just got this in yesterday. Thought it would be pretty cool to show.
Oh wow,
Do
yeah.
you know about this?
Well, yeah, that's a Four Horsemen toy.
Yeah, this is the first Four Horsemen Studios toy.
Oh,
And I
yeah, okay,
yeah, of their like in-house stuff.
yeah,
And I had never gotten this one before because it's always been cheap and I never really worried about it, but it's kind of come up again in recent conversation. So I was like, oh crap, I better get one before it becomes expensive.
right.
um, but I got this on eBay. It's in the package. It's autographed by the original Four Horsemen.
Oh wow,
Guess how much I paid for this?
how much? $20.
Seven.
$7?
$7.
You've got to be kidding me.
It was $6.99.
I was thinking that $20 was ridiculous, and I thought
Yeah.
like I was just gonna throw a ridiculous number out there.
No, it was $7. The
That's
package
super
is a
cool.
little beat up, but it is autographed by the original Four. I want another one of these loose, but this one will stay in the package.
Yeah. We got the Schmurmer, the Schmurmenberger is here. Greg, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Greg, it's good to see you. Got a package when I walked in the door today. Should I show what it is? You think?
I think people would like to see what you are asking about.
Well, I haven't even shown the guys yet, so I hope they don't get mad at me. But these showed up. I got home at like 6:50, and these were on the porch.
Those look so good, man.
Yeah, right.
That's
I'm
exciting.
super excited about it.
I love how the ribbons, the banners, like coincide with each other on the card itself. Like the layout is really good.
Yeah, they came out really, really good. I'm really excited about it. There's the back of the card. It has the pin backs on it. So
yeah,
it's not as centered as I would like it to be either, but it looks all right.
Yeah, that's
Super
awesome.
excited.
I mean, when everybody displays these things in their collections proudly, they're probably not going to display them backwards anyways, and or with the card backs for the most part. But yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, and I think I already told people I'm doing 2 pins personally, like just me, not the enablers this year. And one is of a new project that I'm going to show at Legion's Con, and the other is of a classic figure that people have been asking for pins for a while. Should I show that one?
Yeah, right. I was like, oh my gosh, you're crazy, man. You're crazy.
So here's another reveal. This is pin number 2.
Oh my God, that turned out so good, man.
Yeah. So we'll have Frankenberry pins at my booth at Legion's Con this year.
That's so
So
cool. And so,
the other
just
one
so
will
everybody,
remain a secret.
Ah.
What were you saying?
I can't wait. Uh, and I'm sure everybody. It looks like most of the people here are kind of familiar with the Frankenberry or the Frankenberry
Yeah.
uh, custom, but that head was Von Berg sculpt, right? That you had
Yes.
modified, or okay,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, he
that thing
calls
is
it
so cool.
the Doc Frank monster. So everyone calls that custom Frankenberry, and I'm totally okay with that. But I always called it Frankenberry. I did. If you look at the logo, it does say Frankenberry,
Well,
and then
that
it's
makes it even better, in my opinion.
yeah, and it has the skull with the cereal in it
The,
at the bottom of
yeah,
the
the
card.
bowl. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's so cool, man. What's the back of that one? Is it your
it's
EM?
just my logo. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just real
yeah,
simple.
looks good, man.
Yeah.
Check
Like I
this
said, the
out.
third one will remain a mystery, so I won't go in too in depth. And that's not what we're doing the live show about. I'm just really excited about it.
Oh man, I'm excited for it. I can't wait to get mine. Or I mean, I can wait, but uh, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna try and share my screen here and see if my bandwidth will allow for that. So let's just do that. There we go. That don't look too bad.
Hey,
All right. So I I had this idea for this dwarf character based on one of the one of the dwarves that's in the the Forgotten Realms lore. I guess I know Eric's not super aware of all that stuff, but anyway, so this dude Nah-throgate is part of the one of the characters in the Driz series, and he's just a really cool character. Like he's a very likable guy, and like Jordan says here, he likes to rhyme. He's kind of a like he drives people nuts with his incipient rhyming, and he's just kind of a nasty little bugger. And one of the cool things about this character that I thought was just kind of the way he stood out in my mental picture from the rest of them, and as he's just kind of like this chaotic, jolly, I don't know, dude. So I was like, I want to recreate this in toy form, and having worked with Jeremy Wilson of Monster Machine Creations prior on the Wyatt project, like I knew that and being a fan of his work in general, I knew that he would be the guy, um, that I wanted to work with on this one. So just so you know, you didn't miss much. You're right in time, right on time.
he will
Uh,
really like what I just showed, but I'll text it to him later.
uh, so basically, I just go, "Hey, Jeremy, are you ready to try another uh, project?" And he's like, "Heck yeah, let's do it." So I told him about this character. I sent him kind of like a quick little like like write up or whatever. Hey, Kevin, um, and just kind of told him a few things that I wanted to make sure to some points that I wanted to hit. Some prompts. Um, and he had sent over some sketches, and I don't want to get too far into the story because there's some really cool supporting things in this document that he sent over. Um, and so yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, it's really
Um,
interesting. So yeah, I'm excited to go through it.
yeah. So how do we do this thing? Do I just there? Ah, I know how we do this. Watch this, guys. Technology. Scroll. All right. So yeah, this was the sketch that he sent me, and so Jeremy was kind enough to send over this PDF document, kind of outlining some of the things that some of the high points of the project for him. He wasn't able to join us, but was pretty cool in offering this up. I thought it was pretty killer. But you can see how the original image is a little bit different than the way it came out. So what he says is he starts with the rough sketch in Clip Studio Paint on the iPad just to get an idea of where he's going. Nothing too detailed. Usually ends up looking pretty different in the end. So you can kind of see he just kind of blocks things out and kind of gets an idea for himself, and I would imagine for the client as well, just to get an idea of what to expect. So yeah, he sent that thing over,
That
and I
sketch is
immediately,
awesome too.
isn't it? Like I was
Mhm.
immediately like, yes, this needs to be a toy, right?
Mhm.
uh, but yeah, you could see some things are a little bit different from the final picture, like you said there. Let's see where the next thing takes us. So he says at this point is when he usually jumps into ZBrush and starts roughing out a horrible looking potato head. Which I mean, this for me would be something of this would take me a minute to do something like this. uh, so just basically getting the rough shape of everything. I think is the idea there. He's got that cool little meme girl. We got
I
some
love
good.
the.
We
Oh, I
what's
was gonna
that,
say I love the ears that just stick straight out from the head.
dude? That it gets really good here. I actually at I got something here later that we can talk about. Um, so then next we have this one. This is the one, right? So he says eventually through mushing and pulling around shapes, cutting holes, dynameshing, and Z remeshing. I mean, these are some technical terms, so I'm sure somebody understands what this means.
Mhm.
I get to something resembling a head. Nothing special here, just lots of trial and error. So, what you guys can see here is the thing starting to take shape, and you can see the ears kind of, like Eric said, really protruding. Uh, this thing gives me kind of like a Shrek vibe, like
It reminds me of
when
like Wreck-It Ralph.
oh totally yeah.
Yeah.
So totally, absolutely. You can see the little picture on the left, the rough kind of block out compared to the other one. Well, there was a point where he had shown me like an in progress of the sculpture with the hair and everything, because we'll get to it later. But he sculpts everything separately, and I was like, is it possible to make his ears like stick out more or be bigger so that or at least so that you can see his ears more, because one of the cues for this character is that he's got large ears. He's got big, floppy dwarf ears. When he shakes his head, you can actually hear flapping noises. So, which is another charming point for the character, I thought. Um,
I love that that's actually like the writer of the character went into that much detail about it.
right, right. So it's a thing, right? So you can see, he goes, I start blocking in the pieces at this point, just big whipped cream looking blobs for the hair to get an idea of the overall shape and volume. For the beard and braids, I use a braid brush I downloaded from ArtStation, then separated the pieces into their own loops, I guess, for detailing later. Um, which is pretty cool. I think that whipped cream shapes or blobs is a very good descriptor for that. It's very whipped cream looking,
It still looks good.
right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
like
I'd
I
be like, oh,
people could call that finished and be like, okay, it's good. Looks good.
right, totally. Uh, but yeah, you can see like you get an idea there. And compared to like if you look at this compared to like the sketch, you can see that the ears are more pronounced and the hair is much bushier in the final result. So he as he was working through it, he kind of tweaked things and could pull things around and get kind of a different look. Next step, he gets into a little more like definition here. So said he wanted to have the hair overlapping and also hold more resolution for each chunk. So he chopped up the overall blob of hair into individual pieces and start detailing using the clay buildup, dam standard, clay tube, snap, and move brushes. So I guess those are all different brushes and tools there in the ZBrush.
I love that last sentence there. I didn't notice that earlier.
Yeah, it's tedious, so I just put music on loud enough so my family can't hear me crying. So he's having fun with this project. I knew that hair was going to be something that was kind of a pain in the butt on this project. So I just said, hey, sorry, but this guy's real shaggy. He's like, are you sure you don't want a nice helmet or something on there? No, he didn't try to dissuade me or anything, but he was actually pretty cool about it. I have to say
imagine
that.
hair to this level would be very, very tedious. And you have to admire too, like looking at the sculpt, like you can tell that this is not mirrored. He didn't
Mhm.
use a guide or anything like that. So that's very commendable, I would say.
Right. Yeah, there's no symmetry tools being used or anything. Um, I'm, so that we're talking about tacos in the chat. Schmerber, he had tacos for dinner. I just wanted to highlight that. So, Greg, shout out tacos. Um, uh, pay attention here in the chat. I got wholesome warlock Jordan. He's going to use a bare torso for his custom. Eric, I don't know if you saw the custom that he did. So I sent some of these to these guys.
Oh yeah, I did see it actually. He did like a more of like a gray hair.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
really
I
good,
did see
man. He said he's going to glue some of his hair onto the chest, which is pretty cool.
that is
uh,
that's all him. He can do what he wants.
you own that, Jordan. You own that. But yeah, you can see like the different, like you said, the different strands and everything. And it's not something that was just, you click the symmetry button on there and it's copying one side to the next. It's every piece is unique and it really shows when you spend that much time on something. It shows through in the final result.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No, let's see what else we got. Once the hair was done and he dried his tears, he went in and detailed the eyebrows and that beefy mustache. So you can see in the one picture, he's got his eyebrows all done up. Uh, and his mustache at that point in time still looks like blobby whipped cream. And then in the next one, um, after the tears have fully dried, he's got the fully fleshed out mustache, which is again amazing. That's a mighty Magnus level mustache.
Even more so.
Yeah, right.
That hair is it's so good.
It is. It really is. And you could tell like he pays attention to detail where he needs to, and like he goes into detail where he doesn't need to. Like it looks great. Like I don't know. If once you guys start seeing these things out in the wild, you'll see what I mean. Like 360 degrees of this thing looks amazing. Let's see what we got. The beard gets the same detailing pass as the hair. He left it all as one piece because he didn't see a lot of overlapping chunks. So, or he didn't need a lot of overlapping chunks. So that makes sense. It's all one unit.
I wonder the way that it's rendered if he can like remove the hair too. Like if you ever wanted to print like the bald version or whatever, because like that was kind of cool too.
Yeah, he can. He totally
Yeah.
can. He was showing me some pictures, like later in production, and I was like, I kind of like that as is. Like that would be
Hmm.
cool. Just like a, I don't know, a stable, you know, guy or something, you know, some kind of villager or something. Kind of neat. Here we go. So he says, now the fun part, using the standard clay buildup move and smooth brushes, the face starts to take shape as he goes through resolution levels, building up shapes and details. When it gets to around 1 million polygrams, he's able to use some of the skin and scar texture brushes and alphas that he's gathered over the years. He says, I know damn well these tiny details will probably get washed out in the print, but I can't help myself. I'm a weak, weak man. And you know what, man? Like, at maybe my printer won't pick this up, and but I think there are printer like some of those really nice 4K printers out there. Um, Once I get this into the hands of a printing service, we'll be we'll be looking pretty good. But yeah, the you can see the pores on the nose and everything. I mean, that's amazing detail, that texture and everything.
It is pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, because you know, as a painter, if those details do show up in the print, and a lot of them do actually, um, like when you're painting something like this, it just the paint loves these types of cracks and crevices and everything. It just
For
makes
sure.
everything that much cooler.
Yeah, anything textural is just going to make it just more visually interesting. It's just more fun to look at.
Yeah, you're right. And there's texture from top to bottom on this thing. He says at the end he went in with a few brushes from the Orb collection to detail the metal band and inserted a few geometric jewels. Also added a few wrinkles to the beard ties and also did the detailing on the beard on the braid loops. So here, let me zoom in a little bit here. See if we can. You can see the. You see on the like on that ring there, all the detail on the metal, like how it's
Hmm.
kind of like it looks like it's actually metal. And those
It
little
looks
jewels,
forged or something.
yeah, exactly. Like those little jewels on there. I mean, that's part of what I gave him as prompts. He's you know in the stories it says that his beard is um, like usually parted in the middle with two long braids, and he's got usually two metal rings with three blue gemstones in them, and so it was something very very specific that he was able to nail. And they also say in the stories that sometimes his beard is also tipped with dung. So just a little bit more lore from the character adds a
Did
little
they
more
give
texture
a
to his story.
reason, or it's just
He's just a
because?
stinky dwarf. He likes being nasty. He doesn't want to be approachable. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason. I don't think they as far as what I saw, it didn't they didn't really give a good reason.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Yep. Oh, poopy beard. Uh, so then he says the sculpt is donezo. After this, he'll merge all the subtools and make this one big piece. You can make it one giant dynamesh and dig out the cavity for the neck. He says he's never been able to nail a perfect pop fit, so he leaves the cavities of his sculpts open so the customizer can use putty or tack to affix. Um,
We have talked about
on
this at
that,
length, and we
yeah,
we
on
both
that,
agree that the pop fit is not necessary.
yeah, like kudos to the folks that want to try and do the engineering and everything, but it's not something that excites me, and actually, I see it as a detriment because, like Eric and I had discussed, I'm not telling Eric anything he hasn't heard or said for that matter. Um, just like over time, sometimes the resins can either shrink or expand or warp, and maybe something that's a pop fit now isn't going to be a pop fit later, and all that does is invite trauma. Because if you've got this really cool piece that you've painted or somebody else painted and you bought, and you're expecting a pop fit, and maybe it just doesn't fit on the body that you want to put it on or whatever. Um, like think about trying to Dremel out a really nice piece that you bought at a con or something that you're not going to be able to get replaced. Like it's just not worth it. So
Yeah.
if you're listening, sculptors, don't spend your time working on a pop fit. Spend that time sculpting cool stuff. Hopefully that wasn't anything expensive.
No, it was just a cat knocking something over.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. Cats do that.
All right.
So that's the
There's a
PSA. That's the pop fit PSA.
yeah. I totally agree. I mean, if you want to make a pop fit, that's totally fine. But
Yeah.
you covered it for sure. I think it's best to have it a little loose and to use some blue tack. Gets the job done.
Yeah. Yep. Um, so I shut that thing off. Um, yeah. What do you guys think? Anybody want to chime in? Here we got uh all right, Jordan. Thank you for the customizing tip, sir. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm just it's not worth it. It's not worth um the potential for breaking something or having something not fit
For sure.
properly. Yeah.
Well, I think this head sculpt is really awesome, and I'm really happy for you to have it done. I know it's just really rewarding to be able to like. Sorry, I've been talking all day and I just can't get rid of my cough. But
no
it's
worries,
really
man.
reward. I know you didn't make the character up, but you kind of conceptualized the sculpt and gave the prompts to just a really talented dude, and he brought it to life. And it's just a really cool process. It's always fun whenever you can conceptualize something like that and see it, come to life.
Yeah, you're right. And like you said, you had done some similar projects in the past, and I think you've got some stuff that you've done some similar work that yet to be revealed for Legion's Con,
Hmm.
right?
Yep.
Some
Yeah, I have a
some
couple sculpts.
commissioned 3D parts.
Yeah, and a couple sculpts in the same vein for my Legion's Con reveals, which is also what this third pin is too. So if I show the pin, then I give away the sculpt that I got done. But yeah, it's really it's kind of addicting, like in a way. It's like you get another one made, and you're like, all right, what's the next thing we can make? And you just want to
You're
keep
right.
going. And yeah,
Yeah.
I can't speak
Yeah,
from
you're right.
experience because I don't have any tattoos, but I hear that's what it's like. So it's probably the same
Yeah,
in that
I think
regard.
that's a pretty good analogy.
Yeah, it's
um,
expensive, so
right.
it's
Yeah.
hard to keep up. But yeah,
Yeah. Same, right? Uh, we got Greg McTavish in the chat. Greg, Mr. Greg, we were playing some D&D with Greg this weekend. We got Curtis chimed in here. We were asking about people's thoughts on the pop fit. Says most of the experienced sculptors don't mess with the pop fit. Usually the newer guys that think they're first to think of it. Yeah, it's that. And then I think, in my opinion, it's just kind of like, yeah, that, and then like, well, I haven't taken a shot at it. Like, yeah, you may think that way, but you haven't seen what I can do yet. That type of vibe. Um, oh yeah, I like this. Yeah, that's exactly it. um, but yeah, so I mean, everybody everybody wants to try and do their thing and make their mark, and some people decide that the pop fit's going to be their thing, and so be it. I just personally, that actually is a deterrent for me. Like if I'm looking for a to buy a sculpture, that's actually something that will steer me away from it because I've had bad experience.
For sure.
Um, but yeah, I'm pretty excited as far as that sculpt goes. It's I don't know if it's actually truly sunk in that this is something that I own. Like this is mine. This is
Mhm.
I don't ever have to worry about this thing going away. You know, it's going to be there when I want it. Um, and which gets to the next thing that I wanted to talk about, and that's how people can get their hands on this thing. So I'm going to tell you, I have I've got 20 of these things printed up and prepared and ready to go on my bench, and I'm going to put a post in the Cabal, um, and I think it's going to be on Friday. So prepare to get on the Cabal and see what I have to say about those heads. But what I'm going to do is I've got it figured out. I can give you guys some details if you're interested. I'm going to try and make it um, feasible for myself and affordable for everybody else. So um, I was thinking just do like I don't know like $15 a piece and just do like I don't know. I think even less than $15. Well, I think you know what I'm gonna decide right here and now. They're gonna be $10 a piece, and
Whoa,
just for this first sale, they're gonna be $10 a piece, and you can buy three of them uh, at a time. So three per person max, and they're going to be $5 for shipping in the U.S. Um, so that's this
that's a
first round.
crazy good deal.
Yeah, no, it is. And but you know what? That's all there is for now. So that's I want to be able to get them out to people, and if I don't know, I'm not trying to make a bunch of money off of it. So there will be more later, but that's all I got for now. The idea is that I will get I'll be in touch with the printer. I've already been in talks, and you know I'll definitely have them at Legion's Con for sale. I do have another batch um, of 18 that I'm actually painting right now, which are going to end up. Some of them will be for sale on my table at Legion's Con. Some of them will be um, like full customs, and so I'll have some painted heads, some unpainted heads, and some full customs at my table at Legion's Con. Um, I like this one right here. This is a good one.
It's
Uh,
so true
it's
too.
very true. It's very true. But here's the deal. That's only a one-time deal. You guys don't expect this kind of kindness later, because I'll probably regret it later. Um, thanks, Curtis. Appreciate you, buddy. Um, yeah. So that's kind of the deal. Expect to see something on the Cabal here on Friday, but yeah, I'm gonna put a cap on it. Uh, three is definitely more than enough for anybody for now. So yeah, that's what I know.
That's awesome.
Um,
So, what is it about that character specifically that made you want to make a figurine?
I think the idea that first of all, I'm a fan of dwarves and in general, and in this book series, I just over time, he's just such a charming character, and the fact that I've how you do you kind of think about something, and you think about like how you what parts you might be using to create this thing as a toy, and one thing led to another, and I was like, well, I don't think there's a I don't think there's like any heads out there that would truly fit this character. And part of the idea was that with my action figure customs and with Planetary Dog and with some of those other sculpts that I really loved. There's still plenty of really good ones out there, but some of those other ones going away just made me feel like I wanted to have something that I could hold on to forever, and that's kind of what it came down to.
for sure. I know
Yeah.
how it can get away from you too, because it's like getting something like that sculpted. It isn't cheap, and like I think about if someone were to like make a figure of, say, like when I did my Astronautilus tribute, like just to like use for an example, like say
Hmm.
a company came out with like a figure that was vaguely Astronautilus but not really, and they were charging like $80 for it or something, you'd be like, that's ridiculous. I'm never going to pay $80 for this. That's so stupid. But like you
Right.
get a sculpt made, it's like obviously you're paying way more money than that to
Yeah.
like bring it to life. So
Yeah.
you got to be really passionate about it. But that's kind of how like an idea can get away from you too. Like, I've been uh, trying not to talk about me or whatever. I keep talking about me, but um,
Yeah.
like one
We're
of
we're sharing experience.
for sure, yeah, like one of the like displays that I'm working on for Legions Con, I have poured an absurd amount of money into, and
And
like
time.
I yeah, and time, but I've broken down like just what I've paid for like materials, and it's like sickening to me. Like the diorama has like well over like probably $250 worth of like stuff in it, and it just
Hmm.
looks like a diorama, but it's like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
but yeah,
That's
it's like
funny.
you get that idea and it gets away from you, and then it doesn't even matter like how much money it ends up costing or whatever. It's like you just want to see it done. It's cool.
Hmm.
I'm
Well,
not
I
really
think
going anywhere with it. I'm just talking.
I think everybody here that's watching can understand that um, whatever we see on your table is the outcome from this $200 plus in materials is going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I hope people like it. It
Yeah.
would suck to like put that much work into something and just have people look over it all day. But whatever. If that's what happens, it's fine. I like it. So
Well, just if for me, if you can just take it and put it on your table and then just turn it like 90 degrees so I can look at it all day long, and then I'd be cool because I'll be
right.
right next to you looking at that thing.
Curtis is right, man. I have used that analogy like so many times when people ask me why I do certain things. That's a lot of times
Hmm.
that is the first thing I think about. I drew the duck blue because I'd
Yep.
never seen a blue duck, and to be honest, I kind of wanted to know what one looked like.
Yeah. Everybody wants to see a blue duck. Yeah. Um, yeah. I guess does anybody have any questions that I didn't go over or anything like that in the chat? Jordan. Uh, yeah. I want to make sure that I'm clear with everything. I'm not always the most clear with the way I'm trying to communicate things, so I want to make sure that I'm covering all the bases. But yeah, we're gonna do $10. I know it sounds crazy. We're gonna do $10 a pop, and you're limited to three, and it's gonna be $5 flat rate to the in the U.S. So basically giving all this stuff away. I just want to be able to share some of this stuff before the con. I know that a lot of people were asking and showed interest, and it really made me feel good about just the whole project and just that it if I'm excited about it and other people can share that joy with me, that's super cool. So um, we're getting some good questions in the chat, Eric. Um, so real Jeremy did it. Jeremy did manage to join us on here. Uh, so he wanted to know if there's real dung in the beard. Jeremy, there's real dung in the resin. So I don't want to tell you guys all my secrets, but there's real dung inside of each head that you guys are going to be buying for $10 each, um, which is a steal. Um, top 3 strategies for enabling. You got them, Eric? You got yours ready? Uh, I think Eric's top 3 strategy here for enabling. Number 1 is paint killer stuff and make it look awesome. Number 2 is be humble and charming as all get out. And number 3 is uh, just being mega cool. I don't know.
Same to you.
I
Same
got
to
nothing.
That's Noah's strategy too. Noah's strategy
Uh,
is maybe like to make fun of you a little bit, kind of mock you a little, and just enough to where you kind of want to do what he says.
what an ass.
Or like or the opposite end of the spectrum, which is like just to give you enough information to where you're kind of left wanting, and you're like, all right, I'm
yeah,
enabled
there you
because
go.
there's some mystery behind what he's throwing at
There
me.
you go. Yeah, and it's not always like intentionally cryptic. Sometimes I'm just like bad at communicating, so it just comes off that way. Well, Eric and I, we've had some conversations before, like, and we've both done it to each other. Like, Eric will just be like, "Oh God, it's not getting any better. Like, I need to stop or call you or something."
Yeah, for
It's pretty
sure.
funny. We got Jesse here. Oh man, laughing so much I'm crying. Uh, looks like Curtis is good. He's gonna do the Noah dung. Well, I didn't say where it came from, but maybe. uh, so I know that the Wholesome Warlock does have a pretty good recipe for enabling. Number 1 is chloroform. Number 2 is shame, and number 3 is cool. And I mean that's how you enable. Totally.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You got anything else you want to go over before we jump out of here? I figured maybe we can be respectful of everybody's time and you know, stop just being cool.
For sure, yeah. Just hanging out. So I think we got what we wanted to get out there. So
Enabling earrings, you guys. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. So enabling earrings will be at they'll be at the Purple Gang Gang table at Legions Con. So if you guys want some tinfoil wrapped wrapped in tinfoil with some fish hooks, Purple Gang Gang booth will have everything you need. Totally kidding. Disclaimer. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's pretty good. That's a good show there. Maybe before we sign off, Van's got one request. If one request for a tandem boom enabling, if we can do that. So we'll do it on the count of 3. Okay, you ready, Eric?
all right.
1, 2, 3. Boom.
Boom.
Enabled. See, like we did a good job.
Man, I was like, it was like 50-50 whether you were just going to leave me hanging and let me do it on my own. I didn't know.
That's awesome. that would be a thing. That would be a thing, wouldn't it?
I will say this: every other friend I've ever had in my life would have done.
Yeah.
But you're different. No, you're different.
Hey, never let them see your next move. So okay, yeah, that makes sense. So I'm gonna retract my statement. No fish hook earrings at the table. They move around too much, so you're gonna have to ask them. Just pull the fish hook earring out of Van's ear and just use that one. So yeah. Anyways, I think that's it, guys. Sorry for farting around so much. Yeah, thanks for joining us. And like I said, just to recap, the enabler pins are in, which is very exciting. Eric has two pins that are in, and one that he showed off. The other one is going to be a secret revealed at Legions Con. and they're both super, super awesome. You guys don't forget to order your t-shirts. I think pre-orders open for like another week and a half, maybe. Don't quote me on that. Definitely check out the Euro Legions heads. And yeah, Friday I'll be putting a post in the Cabal for the sale of the Nah-throgate. No copyright infringement. So yeah, that's what we got. Thanks,
Right
guys.
on. Thanks for bringing up the t-shirts. I always keep forgetting about it. But yes,
Yeah,
t-shirts for another
we
week
got
and
to
a half.
enable them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I got to get mine in. I got to get my order in. Thanks, guys.